27-year-old Pablo's dating site profile listed him as single with an intent of wanting a relationship. Problem? Well, Pablo was actually married, and his wife of 3 years, Anna, claims he was a cheater who is unapologetic for his ways.
Pablo and I have been married for 3 years. We started dating almost instantly after we met each other. Pablo was the first guy I had ever had sex with. When I was at the beach, it was a great ceremony. That was a happy time for me. He was deployed overseas. When he returned from Iraq, that's when the problem started. He became distant. I finally found out that Pablo was cheating on me when one day he got into some trouble and I had to pick him up. When I arrived to help Pablo, they told me that his girlfriend has already arrived to help him. I saw the girl. When I told her who I was, she drove away. When I got home, I confronted Pablo. He admitted to having an affair. He admitted that they had sex twice a week. I felt broken. I felt stepped on. I felt betrayed. He told me after the affair that he will end the relationship with that woman and will start working on our marriage. It was hard to believe, but I was willing to give it a shot because I wanted to save my marriage. I've been trying to learn how to trust him again.
Pablo says she should trust him because he's only been unfaithful one time over a year ago, and then his wife needs to stop being so suspicious and just trust him again. Are you prepared to be honest today?
Yes.
I want you to be honest. Put it all on the table. Because otherwise you're just wasting your time and mine. Now, here are the issues according to Pablo. He says Anna was not supportive during his time in Iraq. And by that you mean at first she was. She was sending kind of care packages, some comfort items, favorite things, texting, being in contact with you, but then that just kind of fell off, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. He says Anna had an affair while he was in the National Guard. He says Anna refused to go with him to his grandmother's funeral and that she is always suspicious and accusing of him being unfaithful. Those are your issues.
Yes.
What do you say about all that?
Well, half of it is not true.
Did you have an affair?
No, never.
You didn't have an affair?
No.
Did you sort of have an affair?
No.
Did you kind of have an affair?
No. No.
Were
affair.
you being flirty and engaging with other men?
No, never.
Well, he says you did.
Because he thinks that way.
Did you stop being supportive when he was overseas? Did you stop sending him packages and texting and staying in contact with him?
Perhaps I slowed down a bit because of too many things going on in the U.S. I was taking care of things, of bills, and perhaps I got a little bit carried away with the everyday life.
So you might have let up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. And you are suspicious. You are accusatory.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so what are the marital issues according to Anna? She says Pablo cheated. He has no real job. He says he's a personal trainer. And he says he's going to college, but these are all questions because you just don't know anything about it, right? You just have no details about it, right?
Correct. Yes.
Do you have pictures and text messages? Because we asked you for them and you didn't have them.
I was trying to get her a new phone, so I needed her old phone to transfer the data. And then that's where I saw that she was sending pictures and texting guys while I was away in training.
Is that true?
I honestly cannot remember sending pictures to anyone.
Well, you say you don't recall. Look, come on. I said at the beginning,
right.
If you want to have a chance to fix things, we got to be honest and put it on the table. So I'm asking you straight up, did you cheat on him while he was in prep to go to Iraq, or did you not?
No, I didn't.
Were you sending text messages and pictures to somebody? I don't recall. I mean, you're not in a deposition here. I'm just asking. You either did or you didn't. You either sent pictures to some guys or you didn't.
I believe I didn't. I remember. It was so long ago.
Did you have an affair with somebody?
No.
Okay. And you have had one?
Yes.
okay? You said you had one affair a year ago when you talked to her about it. She knows about that one, okay? Is this number 2?
Yes, it is. Anna found out about it, and we talked that we were not going to say anything, but she told me a lie.
When we talked about either there'll be anything else, any surprises in the show, I didn't confront him.
You don't produce this show. I do. Look, do you want help, or do you want to come in here and tell me a pack of lies and then go home and be the same place you were?
I didn't want to do the show in the first place.
Then why are you here?
Because she told me to do it.
Have you lied to me since you've been out here?
About what?
About whether or not you've had more than one affair.
Well, just that. Well, since it came into light, yes. I mean, with the mandate.
Why? I said, are you willing to be honest? You said yes. You get it all on the table so it can be dealt with in a mature fashion.
I understand that, Dr. Phil, and she never told me that she was going to write to you or anybody else, and, you know, I didn't want a national TV about my marriage, about my life.
So what's the truth?
Anna, I love you. I care about you. But just, this marriage is not the same anymore.
That's
It hasn't been the same.
So what happened the past 3 days that we had great time together?
I even
had
told you on
great
Saturday
time
that I
with your
wanted a
family.
divorce, and I
I
didn't
felt
want to
like
show.
I'm married again. What happened to this?
I
What
told
happened
you on
to
Saturday I
telling me
wanted
how
a
much you
divorce.
love me a few days ago?
He says he told you 3 days ago he wanted out.
Yes, but then 2 days later, how much he loves me. What happened to it?
There was a situation on Saturday that I was just going to take a plane, take it home and not do the show because, I mean, it just made me realize that I don't belong in this marriage, that I don't need this marriage.
If that's true, then why lie? I mean, if you're on your way out, if it's over, why not at least tell her the truth? I mean, why, if you're going to leave her, why not at least tell her the truth?
I tried to several occasions, but I told her that I want a divorce, that I want out, and she told me no.
But that's not the truth.
Did you tell Amanda you were single?
I didn't.
She said in the tape that you lied to her and said you were single.
No, I told her that I was with someone at the time.
Did you tell her you were married?
No.
So you kind of waffled it.
Yes, I did.
Because your dating profile says you're single,
Okay.
but you're not. So that's a lie.
Yes, it is.
And it's interesting that you're offended by her lying to you, but the stack of lies that you seem to be accumulating might dwarf hers.
So is this just a show about me lying?
Well, that's certainly part of it, wouldn't you think?
Okay.
Y'all split up for a week? You took a week break,
Yes.
and you said you wanted her ring and you wanted her to have your ring.
Mm-hmm.
Why
It
did
was-
you take the week break?
Oh, that was last year. Pablo brought it up, and he offered us to live apart for a week, separately to connect with God, to actually find ourselves, to figure out what we want to do with the marriage.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Did you think about it?
No, I didn't.
What'd you do?
Went on a cruise?
By yourself?
No.
With another woman?
Yes.
Not this one?
No.
You went on this cruise with her while she was praying and reflecting on the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks my heart. It proves me again that I'm the only person battling for marriage, fighting for marriage, trying to work for it.
I was hoping to change. I was hoping for me to change, for us to change.
For us to change.
Yeah. For mainly me.
I was pretty flexible to change. I wanted to change.
Okay.
You never gave me opportunity to.
But you were on a cruise with another woman. That's not reflective of change, right?
No.
And why did you want her ring?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go now. So,
Who is Bernice?
is she on the show too?
Part?
Is she on the show too?
Who is Bernice?
It's another woman that I'm seeing.
It's another woman you're seeing.
Yeah. But
Did she have something to do with the ring?
one time not really as a joke, but I was like, hey, I got this ring. That's it.
Is that the truth?
Well, I pretended around like I proposed to her or not, but I didn't propose to her.
She kind of thought you did. You want the truth.
I want the truth.
Well, here's what Bernice had to say.
I met Pablo on a dating website 6 months ago. He started messaging me. He was very aggressive. The first day, he was like, hey, let's meet up. His profile said he was single and looking for a relationship. He came off as a big flirt. He's very friendly and outgoing. He started getting serious 3 months ago. Me and Pablo were intimate maybe once a week. I was starting to fall in love with him. One night, 2 months ago, Pablo took me out to dinner, and he's like, I bought you something, and it was a ring. And I was honestly shocked. I did not say yes to his proposal. I said no, and he was upset about it, and he made a big deal about it.
Come on down.
Okay, Bernice, come on out. Hi, Bernice.
Hey, how are you?
Did he ask you to marry him?
He sure did.
Was he serious?
Yes, very dead serious.
And he asked you to marry him with her ring.
Yes.
She's so embarrassed by this, she doesn't want her face shown, right?
Yeah, more towards my family. It's not embarrassment for me, but yeah, I mean, it's a big thing with my family, and he met my family.
Who is Alina?
Too good to be true, yeah.
Bishop Jakes is not only senior pastor of his church, the Potter's House in Dallas, but he is the producer of several films, including Winnie Mandela, starring Jennifer Hudson, and his newest film, Heaven is for Real, starring Greg Kinnear. He is also the author of a new book, Instinct, The Power to Unleash Your Inborn Drive, and it's available everywhere right now. Please welcome my good friend, the Bishop T.D. Jakes. I'd like you to meet these folks. This is Pablo, this is Anna, Amanda, and Bernice. And, you know, Bishop, you and I have talked about this situation. What's your take on this, just generally speaking? And then I have some very specific questions for you.
Well, you know, I think in order to make a marriage work, you have to have the same core values. One of the things that I often use a metaphor that the giraffe and the turtle can occupy the same space, but they don't have the same worldview. And it seems like you've got two different worldviews going on, even though you're in the same space. And the thing to me, Anna, that as a person, you have to be empowered to understand that in your core, you already knew this. The whole thing about instincts is that deep down inside, you sense truth on the inside. And when you sense that something is wrong and the information validates it, then you have to value yourself enough to take a real clear look at this. And Pablo, with you, you have a huge opportunity. I feel for you. I am on your side. I'm on your side.
You're the only one.
Yeah, no, I knew you needed some help. I came out here to back you up. Here's the deal, though. You have to really, this is really rough, but you have to really strip down and stop blaming everybody, because you can't confront what's really going on with you. At the end of the day, whether your relationships work out with these women or not, the real problem is your relationship with yourself.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.